designed and manufactured reconstructed stone are almost endless. But how is this ingenious process brought from drawing board to realization? At East Haddon, the design team discuss a special project, a commission to produce a portico and finials for a house in the Isle of Man. From architects' drawings and historical references, every detail is ensured.
Yes, yes. Oh, that's marvellous.
And Barbara's drawing.
From these drawings, a plaster sculpture is made.
Now, this has been drawn by Barbara. It's been modelled from a finial at Fine House Kingston.
At the workshops, a glass fibre mould is then constructed round the sculpture. This is the top of the vase. The less intricate and more architectural moulds are made in wood. This particular one is a cornice for the Isle of Man project. A few miles away at the haddonstone factory, the tall silos contain a carefully researched mix of crushed stone. This mixture of crushed stone and binder is fed through in a dry state, regulated by computer to ensure the correct level of ingredients. The pigmentation and waterproofing are added where necessary. Haddonstone can match all the traditional colours, from Portland to deep Cotswold, and even simulate a terracotta effect. Then a small amount of water is added. The damp mixture is then packed into moulds. After being left overnight to harden, the stonework is removed from the glass fibre mould and flexible lining. This is one of Haddonstone's most popular designs, a plaited basket. After careful curing, Haddonstone products are then loaded and transported to their destinations, both in the UK and increasingly to markets overseas, where the company's expertise has proved them to be leaders in their field. They regularly supply customers from the United States, the Middle East, the Far East, and Australia. Haddonstone started 15 years ago making garden ornaments, and their skill shown in production and design has won them many prestigious contracts over the years. These pineapples at Ham House, made by Haddonstone, were commissioned by the National Trust as copies of the Code Stone designs of 1800. More recently, however, Haddonstone have also specialized in restoration. At Waddesdon Manor, still owned by the Rothschild family, but now administered by the National Trust, the company were asked to replace this intricate and unique balustrading. The trustees commissioned stonemasons to carve this small section. But more recently, at 1/3 of the cost, Haddonstone created the same effect round the imposing turret. This unsympathetic portico at the Thistle Hotel was replaced by the company. Apart from the obvious transformation in design, this project shows how good Haddonstone can look when painted. Working closely with contractors and architects, miraculous results have been achieved with town properties. This uninspiring Kensington house was transformed into an ambassadorial residence. Haddonstone supplied the columns, quoins, sills and balustrading for the project. At this private garden in Hampstead, the balustrading and ornaments create a quite different effect. Given the scope of a country house and its gardens, the more exotic dreams of house owner and architect can be realized. At this 18th century rectory in Essex, haddonstone supplied the 22-foot Corinthian columns, balustrading on the west wing, and the 12-foot columns to support the balcony. Also included in the scheme was a medium-sized pool and fountain. Haddonstone products are not, however, only to be seen in one-off situations like this. Here at a housing estate in Whittlebury, Northamptonshire, good use has been made of the more standard items in the range. Gable copings. These produce an effect of solidity and completeness, which is making such a return in contemporary house design. This sensitivity of approach is also demonstrated in the new office buildings at Tattersall's in Newmarket.